Hello everyone, Ben Williams here from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement, and welcome back to whatever day this is, day 3 of quarantine. This is my first YouTube episode on quarantine. Had a family member test positive, so unfortunately that means that I got quarantined for 14 days, waiting to hear back from the health department on how that whole shebang is going to work. I'm feeling fine, just a little congested, everything like that, so it's tough to say whether I got it. I'm waiting to see if I got to go get a test or what the next step is for me with Ontario County Department of Health. But in the meantime, I had to come out, cut up a tree for my parents, which I didn't see them when I was here, so I cut that tree up for them. And while I was up here making a bunch of noise where I cut this tree up on the laneway that needed to get cut up that my dad asked me to do, I decided to sneak up here and grab some food plot trail cameras that are right here, since I was making a ton of noise and commotion up here. I want to talk about a couple quick tips. If you haven't, this is a great time to shift your cameras. Now, it might not be food plots. If you got cloverfield or something like that, it's probably not very attractive right now. But right out here, we got a nice food plot of there's cereal grains out here, as well as, I think I planted this to Whitetail Institute. I'd have to check my book. Their beets and greens mix, which there's some real nice green globe turnip out there. And I don't think there's any purple top in that mix, but there's green globe and some kind of radish, so whatever blend that is, I think it might be their beets and greens mix. But that's phenomenal right now, a lot of tonnage, a lot of good number of pictures on the cameras. But I want to talk quick about tips with this, is if you haven't get a chance to move these cameras to late season food sources, whether that's an agricultural cover crop field right now, which I was at a client's less than a week ago, and that's something we were really keying in on, is moving his cameras to late season food sources potentially, to see what bucks survive the year. So that's a good tip, and if your season's still going, it might be a great place to get a last minute intel to try to punch a tag in a state like Ohio or something like that, where you might still be going out with season. So that's a good tip. The other one is travel corridors to and from. Now, there's big trails that come into the corner of this field. It's not really a good place to get a camera on the field in this corner. So what I have is I have a camera, believe it or not, right there, and you can't even see it. It's tucked right up in there. It's a screw in. You can't even see it. We'll walk kind of backwards toward it until you can see it. Can you see it yet? How about now? You can probably just see the outline of that really nice covert camera right there. So that's the other thing I like to do, is get them on these nice big travel corridors. It's a nice laneway. There's actually a little saddle right here that dumps up into this corner of this plot. So really good to get your cameras up. This is a good 6-7 foot up in the air, just enough where I can see that screen and get a really good breakup and camouflage on this camera too. So that also helps with deer not picking this out and keeping it a high producing camera location. So we're gonna make sure batteries are all good. I already pulled the card on this. Forgot to check the batteries though, so that was a good little thing. Redo your batteries this time of year if you haven't. Move them to food sources. Get them off of your scrapes, your traditional scrapes for the most part, and away from, let's just say, bottlenecks or pinch points, unless they're going into food sources. And then don't touch them. I mean, the only reason I'm up here today is because I had to cut that tree up, and I had some cards in the truck like I always do in case I'm out doing some habitat work or something. And you can see there's a big saddle here that comes up, and then there's like a flurry. You can see all the rubs right there where they come up along this ridge top through that saddle and they go into the corner of that field. Sometimes it's after daylight, but just a real good spot. And look at, you can see all the rubs in there. Look at that. Awesome. So it's also a great time to get out and do that postseason scouting this time of the year. I really like getting as close to the end of deer season as I can to do some of my property visits and stuff. Unfortunately, because I'm quarantined, I can't take advantage of the mild winter we are having so far and getting some property visits in. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on getting some habitat work done here at the property, as long as I feel good and everybody else stays nice and healthy and safe. That's my goal. I can be out here in social distance and just put some bar oil and some chainsaw gas in and a little bit of gas and miles on the four-wheeler and get some of these habitat projects done. So that's what we're doing, is quarantine day 3, I guess. And hopefully this is the worst of it, just a little bit of congestion for me, and hopefully other family members and everybody else recovers from it, and we're better and stronger by it. Luckily, we're all very healthy individuals, and don't have a whole lot of underlying health conditions to be concerned with for the most part. So hope everyone's being safe out there. Hope everyone's as healthy as they can be. I know it's a crazy time we live in, and I just wish you guys all the best, with everything going forward. And like always, if you have any questions, I am going to probably do a couple live Q&As from quarantine, something I can be helpful with, because I can't be out consulting and helping people right now. I've had to cancel a few visits. I've canceled 3 so far, and then one that was tentatively probably going to be for this coming weekend. Obviously, that's going to cancel out too. So we'll be canceling 4, 5, probably 5 visits so far this year with this quarantine shutdown already. So, and we'll see if it progresses and more happens. But if that's the worst of it, that I cancel a couple visits, I can't ask for any better than that. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, please drop a like into it, comment, let us know what you want to see in these videos, and thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it so much, and all the support and the thoughts and prayers I'm sure I'm going to get from a response to this video, and I'll catch y'all next time here in the field or in the office or wherever we're at, bringing these videos to you guys. Take care.